Happy Saturday, everybody. We are back again for the latest round of TTM autograph successes. Hope everybody is starting off their weekend well. I'm watching some hockey today and just kind of staying inside because it's pretty darn hot out. I went out and did everything I needed to early in the day so that hopefully now I can just stay in and enjoy climate controlled, recirculated, cooled air. So, without further ado, let's move on to today's success. So, today, hey, it's only one today, but any day that you get one is a good day. This success came out of Denver, Colorado. So, I already have a good feeling about who this is. I think it is a success. And I kind of already have an idea who it might be. And some of you have asked, how is it that I tend to know who it is if, and you can't see it here, but I've got my own information on both the addresses here, and I'll explain why I do that in a sec. I keep everything that I send out through the mail. I keep a spreadsheet, and I just use Google Drive because then it's easy to either access it from my desktop or from a laptop or even my phone. But on there I put in, I track everything that I send out and the returns or non-returns that I get. So like the other day when Logan Allen came back, you remember this one here and the return to sender with that, I was able to mark that on my spreadsheet as a return to sender just so that I don't accidentally send something out again and send it to the same address and just kind of waste stamps at that point. By the way, side note with Logan Allen, apparently I put some feelers out there on social media and looked at some websites and message boards, and everybody else is getting return to sender, so I guess he just kind of shut down signing. Whatever. He got drafted by the Cleveland Indians, so I will see him coming through the minors at some point in time. So it's okay. Yeah, I'm not going to get everybody through the mail, and I'm not going to have 100% success. And that's what this is all about, is just tempered expectations. Anything that you get is a bonus. Nobody is obligated to sign anything for anybody, and anybody that thinks otherwise is doing this for all the wrong reasons. At the end of the day, this is supposed to be fun. And that's what it is for me. And, I'm enjoying doing these videos for you guys and hopefully passing along some information. And, there's so much negativity out there in the world today that, hopefully this is something a little bit fun for everybody else, because it is fun for me. So, let me hop off my soapbox there and get back to the fun. So, but yeah, getting back to the idea of the Google Docs spreadsheet, I put on there kind of everything related to what I've sent out. So the person's name, where I sent it to, is that address like a home address, a business address, care of the team, anything like that. Just so I kind of know for my own personal knowledge down the line if I need to resend something out, or if somebody reaches out to me and says, hey, what address did you use for that, or can you confirm is this the right address that you got him from. So it kind of works with that. And then I also put in things like the date that I sent it, and then how long it took until I got it back, how many cards or items did I send out, how many did I get back. And then I put in kind of a general notes field where I track things like, okay, did they sign it in black Sharpie? Did they sign it in blue? Did they use a brand new pen so it's really, really thin? Did they use something that, they probably grabbed out of a supply drawer and have been using for the last 3 years, so it just looks like it's all dried up and looks more like a dry erase marker than a Sharpie. Which, by the way, there have been times where people have said that they got an autograph in a dry erase marker. So any of you that have used dry erase markers know that that stuff comes right off. So if it's anything except for a non-gloss card, any kind of gloss that's on there, if they sign it, it'll basically rub right off with your finger. So if you ever do your own going out and getting autographs, do not use a dry erase marker. You will be very angry with the results. Maybe down the line I'll do a video about doing stuff in person and some of the tips and tricks that I use, and also kind of how I prep an envelope and prep the cards. I think last video I did talk a little bit about prepping the envelopes, but there's something also about the cards, which I'll get into in another video. But yeah, I keep notes in there about what I get back, or maybe when I'm sending out, if there's a little anecdote or something that I've mentioned specifically in the letter. Just kind of helps me remember things. And then also if I get anything cool back, or if I send out anything cool, like from the video the other day with Jeff Hardy, that I sent out a blank board and requested for him to do an art sketch for me, and that was so friggin' awesome when he did that for me. So things like that, and it just kind of helps not only me, but I try to help people with their own successes whenever I can. So kind of having that information is always good, and is a great thing to share. So without any further delay, let's move on to today's success. As we said, it's coming out of Denver, Colorado. So with this, I think I know who this is already, and yeah, is exactly who I thought it was. This is USA baseball player by the name of Casey Optis. So Casey played for the USA baseball national team, national collegiate team last summer, so summer 2019. The Stars and Stripes sets with USA baseball, it's always based off of the previous year, because they have all their summer teams that go on up until like August, and these Stars and Stripes sets don't come out until, say, like March, give or take, of each year. So it's the previous year's team. So in the case of this here, Casey and everybody else on the collegiate national team was from the 2019 team. These are always nice sets to get. We're very fortunate where we are that the USA baseball program is kind of in my backyard, so to speak, and they run events there all throughout the spring and summer. This year, of course, being a big exception to that. But we get some high school tournaments that come in, some identification series where they're looking at prospects to join the USA baseball program, as well as things like the collegiate team coming in and playing, and some of the other levels. So I've been very fortunate that over the last 15 years or so, I've been able to watch the collegiate team pretty much every year, and seen some really, really great players come through over the years. So Casey here was a member of the team last year. These cards here took about between 2 and 3 weeks to come back. I'd have to kind of go back and double check my spreadsheet to see. Can't do that while I'm recording, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a relatively quick return, signed a nice black Sharpie, nice and clean. So very, very pleased with how that came out. And this will kind of go towards the set that I'm working on. So each year with USA Baseball, I always pick up these Stars and Stripes sets, and I try to see how much of it I can get done. This year it's been a little bit different because I would typically be getting a lot of these done in person with the different events, but that's not happening. So I've got to rely on doing things through the mail, but so far I've had some really good success. I think for this year's set, there's like 70 cards in the base portion of the set that I'm working on. And I think through the mail over the last month or so, I've gotten 7 or 8 of them signed. So all things considered, it's not a bad start to it. And some of these guys I'll see for years to come, so I'm not too worried about getting most of the set knocked out way up front. I'm just trying to see if I can pick off some guys until I can get back to going to games and actually seeing these guys in person. But this is fun because it's really focused, looking for certain guys and working on certain sets of cards. So this was pretty neat to get this back and add in. So that's all we had for today. It was just the one success, but still, any day with a success is a good day. So glad to hear this, and we've got a little bit of a streak going on after, before I was doing these videos, I think I went something like 2 weeks without getting any successes back, and I knew they would come. It was still just a little bit of, all right, come on, let's get going here. So, it seems that I'm back to my winning ways here with my success. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the video today. Hope you're all staying safe out there. And if you do send out stuff through the mail, best of luck to you with it. And certainly hit me up with any comments or message me through social media, and I will be happy to answer any questions I can for you and help you along the way. So thanks again for tuning in, and until next time, we'll see ya.